Look at my cute chocobo. Just look at that. Yeah, cute! Okay, I need you to go back to the stable though, sweetheart. Send it to the stables! Okay, so let's catch another one. And hope that how did I do this back in the day? I think I would catch 4 of them. And hoping that one of them is gonna be the right sex. And then I would move on to the next part. So we're gonna be fighting a lot today, that's the plan. Because after we go, so we're around Mediel, by the way. That Cloud is in there, but we're not gonna walk into that town. Because that's the story. He washed up there, but we're not going in there. And then we need to go to, I think the tracks by the gold saucer is where we go next. And then I need to dope them up with greens, and we need to race them at the gold Sasusa. So let's just chill. Dan, you could have done this off camera. I could, but you know, like, this in itself is a side quest, right? Like this is a fun part. This is the goodness. You take a little break from the story because once we walk into Mediel, oh, dude, we're gonna be there for a while because it's a whole new, you know, story dump. Dane, you said you were gonna change where the greens were. I did, you're right, and I didn't do it. This is my life in a nutshell. Is me going, I'm gonna do X, and then I just flat out forget 3 seconds later. Anyone who has lived with me or been in my life in any way beyond just like a working arrangement is aware of if Dane says she's gonna do something, she's not gonna do it. Like it's not on purpose. Her brain just doesn't work that way. Give it to me, baby. Consequently, you know the home robots like Google, and I can't say her name because that's the one I have. I rely on that a lot. I'm like, remind me in 20 minutes that I said I would, you know, feed somebody. Because I won't remember. Alright. See, I'm remembering though. You see that? Suck on that. Okay, type, and then arrange, custom. Where are my greens, guys? We're doing pretty good with the Curiole greens. Oh, look at all my stuff! I get a certain amount of, like, satisfaction in a game when I scroll down my items and I'm like, oh yeah, it's many pages. Many rows of data that are connected to me. It's, I don't know. So, did you ever see that, like, I don't know if it's a poster or what the hell it is, but, like, you see it's Curiole. Oh, I did buy Silkus. And you know what? I think in my reading I learned that Silkus are actually not the best. I think they only do speed and stamina, and they don't do intelligence. Which I guess only matters because will the bird listen to me when I'm like, go left! The thing on the wall, it was just like, I don't know what you call that shit. Like, you know, usually women have it where they're like, eat, love, pray. Gratitude is a thing to be practiced. Today is a beautiful day for being alive. You know, just like, they're like, and you know, instead of stoic quotes, they're just like feel good wrapped in cotton quotes. I don't know what you'd call those. But there's one that's a little bit cheeky, and it's like, the one with the most stuff wins in relation to death, right? I don't buy that in life. But in a game, yeah, I want everything. I want all of it. I want one of everything at least. That's my thing. Because if it's in the game, I want to pick it up. I'm still thinking about yesterday when I was recording Star Ocean 2, and I went into a cave with little weeds in it, and I just went kind of right for the weed that we actually needed and didn't pick up the run-of-the-mill ones that are sitting there. This is how much I've thought about it. And I can see it in my mind, the different turn-offs and parts of the map where I didn't go, because I was like, I'm recording, we don't need to go and get every single one. And I'm still like, and I will probably go back off screen and get them, because I need them all. If it's on the ground, I need to pick it up. Again, you put an X button in front of me, I'm gonna touch it. You're not a chocobo at all, sir. Why are you wasting my time? Don't do that. You realize I have magic, right? Oh, you realize Tifa's dying, right? Jeez. Oops. Look at all my money. If only I had that money IRL. What would I do with that money? I would buy more property. That's what I would do. And by buy, I mean I would basically be signing up to pay taxes somewhere. I would buy more property. Like, I want enough property that I can... I could do it now, but I don't want to because I'm not sure that I'm quite sequestered enough. I want to be out walking on my property and I get hot and sweaty and I'm just like, fuck this. Take my clothes off. And don't have to worry about anyone seeing that. You know? Don't have to have a moment where, you know, someone's just on the road and they happen to see... Oh, shite. Dane's tatas flipping in the wind. All hot and burnt, you know? You ever burn your tatas? That's a bad time. Dane, have you burned your... Yes! Like, usually it's the top, right? Because if your tatas are big enough. I mean, I guess if you have, like, smaller, like champagne glass tatas, you just get wrecked completely. But, like, if you have, like, brandy snifter tatas, just sort of the top, and then the bottom's okay. But God help you if you got burned laying down and the bottom of the big tata gets burned, because it's gonna sit against your thorax once you stand up because gravity. And burn on burn? No good. Dane, have you done that? I only went topless sunbathing once. We used to do it on... Once. Well, yeah, I only participated once. We used to do it on the roof of this, like, I don't know what you call these places. Shit. You know in, like, towns, sometimes cities, like, they'll have the row houses, but the bottom floor is a business. And then there's the walk-up to the residence on top, and the residence is, like, a 2- or 3-story house on top of the first story. I was subletting a room with some of my friends who lived there over the summer, and we would go out on the roof because it was mostly broads, and we would just be tits out in the sun. I'm not a sun child, so I only did this once. I notoriously dislike the sun. I'd rather take vitamin supplements and spend most of the time in the basement of my house than spend any time near a window. Like, I'm just not a fan. I don't know why. I just have never... Because you're a vampire, Dane! Yeah, that was a joke, but it's... Ooh, transform. I'm gonna sell that for money, honey. And I got a little toasted because my vampire skin was like... What is this? Which consequence... Like, I won't get into the aftercare on that. But yeah, I burned my tits a little bit. That was no good. Don't recommend. But, you know what? Just, you know what? Fuck the sun. The sun is overrated. The sun is for making food. By feeding the plants. Not for crispifying my skins. Do you ever get a really bad burn? Like the kind where you are left with damage after the fact? I haven't, but my mom did once when I was real young. Like, I think I was like maybe 5 or 6. And we did that thing that Canadians used to do. I don't think we really do it anymore. Where you drive down to Florida. Because you just go south from Toronto. Can I have a chocobo that I actually want, please? Anyway, sorry. Yeah, goodbye, sweetheart. And she got super burned, and she had one of those one-piece bathing suits on with the scoop back, so it's like it's over your shoulders and it goes right down to the tailbone kind of thing. And she got burned so bad that it was just that bib on her back. And even when we got back to Canada, she was still peeling. And like, I'm the oldest, right? So that means that you get to basically do work that your other parent should do for your one parent, right? Hands up if you were parentified as a child. Dane, are you gonna get in? No, we're not playing a Silent Hill game, so I'm not gonna get into my personal trauma. But anyway, I am gonna talk about peeling skin though, I guess. So I peel it off her, and like, I mean, you know, because it's your mom, right? You help her out, whatever. And, you know, I don't even think we put aloe vera on. I don't remember. I think she just had like this Paula's Choice face cream or something we put on there. And anyway, so for like 10 years after, she had this clear bib of just insane freckles. And my mom is a redhead, right? So like, she's already pretty freckly. And you could just see, it would just be funny, like, anytime, like, he's caught her in her bra or something like that. Ooh, here we go. It was like, what happened to you? Just Freckle McFrecklesan. I've never had it that bad. When I did used to be in the sun as a child, I inherited my father's complexion, which is like a farmer's complexion, not a British person's complexion. where we just turn brown. But I'm not a fan of that either. So I'm white like a sheet because I don't go in the sun. I think this thing is gonna finish eating because they will finish eating, and if they finish eating before you're done fighting, they'll F off into the sun without you. So we'll just keep him fed. You guys killed it. Thank you. Now you have to like move the target back and forth so that you don't like if you just pile on one and it dies before you've all done your hit, you'll hit the chocobo and then he'll be not happy with you. Okay, that's like 3, right? You know what? We don't have all day. 3 is good. Should I send it back to the Lestable? Well, I have 6 units, right? So I guess it makes sense if I pick up 3 of each. That hopefully one... Oh, but you know what? I don't know if I can tell... Like, here, I'll show you what I mean, rather than trying to explain it. I don't know if I can tell what's what if I mix them. Look at my cat. Oh, never mind. That's why I used to get 4 and not 6, because this outer pen out here only holds 4. That's what it is. Alright, yo, I need to move chocobos. Dude. Welcome! Moving chocobos. Which one are you going to put in the chocobo stable? Let's just see what we have. This is a great chocobo. Well, he makes it easy for me, right? It's a great chocobo, but it doesn't tell me what he's got under the hood. So, let's choose this one. Yeah, I guess. What is it? Give this chocobo female a name. Now, do I need 1 female? Like, do I only need 1 great chocobo, or do I need 2? And that, you know what I mean? Because, like, I'll have the great chocobo and the good chocobo, and they'll bang, and they'll poke out a kid. And then, do I rebreed them, or is it faster just to have a second set of good and great and breed them to get the blue and the green chocobo McShnocobo? I'm not sure. Whatever, we have a female. Her name is, I apparently can't just press the square button. I'm gonna call her G-Lady, because she's a great lady. Glady! I'm gonna put it in all caps. Whatever. The G- Oh, look, it's Glade! Yeah, I'm alright with that, Glade. I'll know who Glade's about. Okay, will you feed Glade for me, please? Feed my woman bird. Just give her all the silkiest. I'll deal with my mistakes later. This is what I used to do and it works, so... I can't just hold up, by the way. That blows. So here, let me use my other hand to poke, 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 poke! All the way up to 99! Who would do this? Who would give more than 1? That's insane! Why would we ever make it so you can just hold down the up button? That's silly! There we go. And now we have to sit here and listen to it go through. Listen to that. Eat, 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 eat! I don't know if it actually does it 99 times. I sure hope not. Maybe it does it 99 times. I like to imagine that that's the sound I hear when I feed my bunny rabbit his crispy bunny noodles, his dead grass that I pay like 80 bucks a month for. Dane, you live around farmers. How have you not gotten a hey source on lock? I know, I'm working on it. You know what the problem is? Oh, shut up. Walk through. You're wrong. It has intelligence. They're getting along better. Deal with it. Is the farmers out here, man, they're like, what do you mean you have a pet rabbit? That'd be like, I have a pet cow. Like, it's food. I'm just like, no, he's my friend, though. He's my buddy guy. They're not having it. Oh, that's why it feels like we're going so slow. Off to the golden Susanoose. Dane, what you could do is you could just race that chocobo and catch the other one on your own time. No! You are here with me. Come on this journey of avian breeding. We do this together. You're not a bird. That's no fun. Oof. I got all confused today because it's May 24 here in Canada, which is we're celebrating the birthday of one of the Queen Victorias. I think it's the OG Queen Victoria. I don't really know why that woman matters. I'll be real. Queen Elizabeth, the one on the coins, was the queen my whole life until she effing died recently. But in my mind, that's still the Queen of England, and in my mind, she's still alive because, like, she was never a real person. She was just a face that was on everything. At one point, they had her portrait in our classrooms. They stopped doing that because we stopped doing God Save the Queen or whatever it was. But like when I was in the kindergarten, she was up there, and they were like, "This is the Queen. You love the Queen," and I was like, Canada? Okay." Like Canadians are weird, right? You got some of them that are like monarchists, and they're all about it, and then you got. And by all about it, I mean they were just they were just all watching the Princess Diana fiasco when she got the first one when she got divorced from her wonky hub there. And they were like, we all felt like we were with her on her wedding day. I kid you not, I've heard women talk about this. They're like, she was so relatable. I'm like, she was? She was a princess. You're a working class Canuck. What are you talking about? You are a pleb. Which, I think that whole thing is a scam. But anyway, they're all about it. And then you got the ones like me who are just like, I don't care. Do we get any benefit from this? Because it seems like the Commonwealth is losing all of its peeps. And let's be real, Canada is more in line with whatever the United States is going to do than we are with Britain. Though, in the War on Terror, which is that over now that the United States just said F it and totally ditched out of Afghanistan and it all went back to being shit? Yeah. Oh, no. What do I want over here? Shit. I don't want that. Hang on. While we get killed, I'll look it up. I want a good chocobo will appear with either flat beats, chocobo in the front row, or Spencer's. You see one with a harpy, or in the back row with flat beats, it's not gonna work for you. Thanks, GameFAQs. I'll do my best here. Oh, I turned that shit on. Dane, you were saying something. I was, but I sort of forgot. Oh, the War on Terror. Yeah, the War on Terror when the United States was like, actually, we're gonna go into Iraq. I guess we were like, huh? And Tony Blair was in charge of the UK at that point. And he was like, we're going with them! And I guess Canada was like, no, we're good. I don't know if this is... I'm gonna catch this if I can. I don't remember how to turn that off, but I'll figure that out after there's not a delicate chocobo. That's the touchpad. Oh, it's R2. I kind of wonder if we said, no, we're not going into Iraq, because, like, if I recall correctly, we didn't even have desert BDUs for our troops. They rocked up to the desert in that, like, digital forest camo that we have, and we're just like, they won't see us, right? And there were stories of our troops painting their BDUs with, like, tan paint that the US military and the Brits had for their... like their, I don't know, their vehicles or whatever. We have a long history of not providing for our peeps and geeks.